Welcome to this week's daily race in the Ford Focus RS. Car I've always wanted to drive but could never afford to buy. Absolutely brilliant machine. I have done some upgrades to it for the handling side of things to make it a bit more competitive and to obviously increase the PI at this track. But things didn't go as intended in my head. Few tuning mistakes were made and a lot of tyres were roasted, but I guess it's all part of the fun. Looking at the front of the Ford Focus right now, the headlights just do not look right. They look, yeah, like the AliExpress version of headlights you can buy. And I even think then are better quality. Getting a great start off the line, actually a really good start off the line, and away we go. Not as good as that 308. That 308 has absolutely shifted. Coming around the first corner now, one car has already ghosted, so I'm going to keep to the left. Going to be a bit chaotic. I have a friend here who has the world's biggest wing on the back of it and has a little bit of late cornering abilities. It happens. Sometimes you don't realise someone's behind. There's a lot of smoke up in front. Somebody facing the wrong way, and we have managed to make it up to P10. Honda Civic actually finding its horsepower now. Must have just discovered VTEC. Goes right in front and then brakes. That is, yep. You made your bed there, buddy. That is for you to deal with. And through the bus stop we go. I must admit, though, it has got to be one of my biggest pet hates when someone dives in front of you and then stamps on the brake pedal. If you agree with me, hit that like button down below, but it really does drive me insane. Giving the Golf a little bit of a run. Come on, buddy, you've got it. And looking out for the corner on the right hand side, we're looking for the 200 board, braking down to third gear. And you can see my tyres absolutely being roasted every time I steer. I think I didn't put enough pressure in them. I am on racing tyres and I thought around about 27, 28 PSI would be enough. Clearly not the case. Clearly not the case. But we are up to position 10 again, and the Honda Civic has really left quite a gap from us. Is that the Honda Civic? I don't think that is. I think that might be a Golf as well. Whilst we have a Golf pushing us along, because what I lack in cornering abilities, I do have in a bit of speed. So I can start pulling away now, but they'll catch up to me in the corners as my tyres are reaching the temperature of the sun. Coming down this straight, we are actually doing a good pull, 130 miles per hour. There's pretty much very minimal or no engine tuning on this car. It is all handling and brakes and suspension. So I was hoping, like I say, this would be competitive on this track in, you know, cornering abilities. Clearly, I butchered it myself with the poor tuning. Can we say poor tuning? Definitely poor tuning. Go on, buddy, move over. There's plenty of room for two of us along here. God blimey. It's like one of those second lane sitters on the motorway. Let's just stay in the second lane or the middle lane. And there's nobody in the first lane, nobody around, but they sit in the middle. Oh dear me. We are looking at trying to make a move. Come on, power, 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 up the inside. Come on, let's get going. Want to get up the inside of Clarky 2401, who is defending again. So I'm going to go around the left here. I'm going to brake a little bit earlier, and hopefully they'll go wide and I can cut through it on the inside. Braking at a 200 meter board. They're not, there you go. Yeah. So the plan did work out. To an extent. I expected it to be a little bit quicker, but we have got the inside back up to position 10, and I don't know where that Golf has gone, but they went off track. I guess they forgot to steer. Not too sure. We are now 2 seconds away from ripped up undead 686 up in front. Actually, we're losing a lot of time from them. Oh dear. Ooh. Bit of playful happiness happening right now. We have a really, really quick Golf that's come out of nowhere and caught us up on the inside here. An old school Golf there as well. Look at that. You don't see many of those on the road anymore. Right. If that's the case then, and I may have about the same amount of power, give or take, hopefully they can drag me along with them, because I'm now down to position 11, which is not good. I'm not going to lie. I want to try and get a little bit higher than that. And I also got to bearing in mind, though, this is a medium length race, and I want to make sure these hard tyres last. because we have 14 laps in this race in total, and these hard tires are roasting. So every time they roast, I'm going to increase that tire wear, and I don't really want to do that. While increasing tire wear, I also lose grip. Yeah, I sort of shot myself quite violently in the foot, to be fair. It has not gone to plan. I'm having fun though, that's what matters. It is an absolute blast. Although the gearbox is exceptionally loud on this car, it's a shame I can't hear more of the powerful 2-litre turbo engine, but it is what it is. Braking at the ambulance on the left hand side, down to 4th gear, down to 3rd gear. I thought that Golf was braking a little bit more than they were. Plus, I want to make sure I make it through the bus stop in one piece. We are actually catching up to some cars up in front, which is quite nice to see. Hopefully, we'll be able to take that position from them. That was close to the track limits. And we are 2 seconds up on this lap as well, which is also a very good sign. Have you guys tried any of these daily races yet? Let me know down in the comments below what you think about them, and if you're enjoying it or not, and what could be improved, if there is anything that could be improved, you know, all that kind of stuff. Be great to let me know down in the comments below. Right, we have lost a bit more time from the Golf up in front, which is not fun. Braking at the 200 board on the left hand side, down to 3rd gear, turning in and then accelerating out the other side. Some unknown reason that car is going far slower than it did earlier. So I do wonder if it's their tyres could be goosed or something else. Not too sure. But we do have a car behind that is also catching up to us, and we need to try and make sure we get away from that. Oh, it's a drag race of the Golfs up in front. The newer Golf has beaten the older Golf. Are they going to make it through the bus stop? Through and out the other side, both in one piece. But the old Golf is breathing all down the new Golf's neck. They're not giving up just yet. I have a Renault Clio V6 in my rear view mirror. That's actually a very good car, to be fair, and I think I should have chosen it because really it is such a unique car. You don't see them anywhere anymore. I mean, they were rare when they first came out, but they're rarer now as I do go wildly off track and rejoin very poorly. Manowizi has chosen a very unique car. It is brilliant. If I remember correctly, that thing is also rear wheel drive. As well as technically, is it technically mid-engines or is it rear engine? The engine is pretty much where the back seats are. Let me know down in the comments below. Coming around here now, things are going to get a little bit spicy up in front. The old Golf has gone up the inside of the new Golf. The new Golf is breathing all down. The old Golf's back and the V6 is just sat there watching. And I'm watching from a distance as everybody is breathing away from me. It's funny enough, we go through the S's there, the tyres are warming up like oh my God, I've really butchered this tune up. Ah well, what can you do? I have 9 laps of fuel left to go. Tyres are looking pretty, not even halfway through the race yet, and I'm not even halfway through the tyres, so hopefully I won't have to pit, and that is going to save me about 30 seconds. I'm going to need it. I'm not going to lie, I'm going to need it because position 1 is almost 30 seconds away. Things are getting spicy up in front. The 2 Golfs are side by side and made it through. The V6 has just gone up the inside here and just threaded that needle in between them. I wonder what's going to happen in this next corner now. Braking that 200 board, turning in, and things are really getting spicy. Oh no, the old Golf has really crashed. Really gone into the drink there. And we have Ripped Undead on our right hand side, who seemingly either was very slow or let me pass. Either way, thank you very much. Braking at a 200 meter board here, down the 3rd gear, turning in. Things are going to get, ooh, that was a bit close. And I'm looking in the rear view mirror, watching their driver tour inside, and that was full lock for them as well. Right, coming up the hill, we want to be able to make sure we get away from the cars behind. We are thankfully in position 10, so would you count that as in the top 10? I would. Tyres are 28% on the outer side, which may take me into minor wear at the end of the race. I do have to try and tyre save ever so slightly just to make sure I can make it to the final lap. I'm not too sure what happened to the V6 there, but they just came out of Ghost. Coming around here, see the hut on the right side start accelerating out of the corner. Tyres are getting as hot as anything, and hopefully they cool down by the next corner. Yeah, things are looking good. I'm actually quite impressed with the way this car is driving, because even though I'm roasting the life out of the tyres, it still grips relatively well. So I can't really grumble too much about that. Come around here now, down to 4th gear, turning in, rub that curb on the inside, accelerating out the other side, watch the wall, can be a little bit sticky, and away we go. Getting a relatively okay gap from the car behind, someone's in the pits, and we are now up to position 9. Car up in front does have a 1.4 second penalty and has gone into ghost. We're up to position 8. Not too sure what's happened there, but we are now 6.6 seconds away from Uncle Drew 9678 up in front. And hopefully we can keep getting a gap away from Ripped Undead 686 behind. Coming out, looking out for the left hand side here, ambulance braking down to 4th gear, over the curbs we go, and then start accelerating out the other side. There we go, that is far more stable that time around. It has been up to now, to be fair. Seeing hut on the right hand side, start accelerating out the other side, and getting actually really close to the track limits there, and away we go. We are a second down almost on this lap, so we do have some time to find. Uncle Drew is now 7.3 seconds away, so we're losing a second a lap on them, give or take, which I don't think we're going to be able to claw back with the condition of the car, but it is all good fun. Tyres are 34% wear on the left hand side at the start of lap 9. Braking at a 200 meter board here, down to 3rd gear, turning in, rub that curb on the right and accelerating out the other side, and down the hill we go. Actually, we've done better in that corner than we have up to now. I'll not grumble at that. Now we just need an improvement across the board for all the laps. We've actually made up time from Uncle Drew up in front. We are hitting a wall. 6-7 seconds away. We made up a little bit of time, like we just lost half a second because the car just didn't want to steer. It's all part of the fun. I think a lot of things with this, with the daily races, is you've got to get the right car, the right tune and things like that, and there's a lot of work to put into it to be very competitive, where I've just picked a car that I liked, did some modifications, butchered the tuning side of things and went with it. I mean, we're not doing too bad with the considering factors that are in place. Braking at the 200 meter board here, down to 4th gear, turning in on that curb and accelerating out the other side, back over the left hand side here, touch of the brakes in 4th gear onto that curb and accelerating out the other side. Again, be mindful of that wall. Tyres are still looking pretty, 38.5% now as we start lap 10. But a little bit of tyre saving is working out in my favour, and we are 3.5 seconds away from Ripped Undead behind. I think that's a Ford Focus, you know. Well, we lost a little bit of time. Poor cornering abilities by myself, my tyres, and my setup. Braking at a 200 board, 1 lap to go to make a move on this Ford Focus up in front. This is old versus new now. I do think that car up in front is also 4-wheel drive. If it's the ST, it's 2-wheel drive. If it's the RS, it's 4-wheel drive. But I can't see the badge from this far away. I didn't bring my binoculars with me, sadly enough. Accelerating down, here we go, flat out down this section, 132 we're getting out of this engine. Braking out the ambulance on the left hand side. Position 1 has crossed the finish line, so it's all on us right now. Coming around this corner, looking out for the hut on the right hand side. That'll be our acceleration point. Come on, 2 seconds away from the Ford Focus, up in front. Accelerating down, here we go, 1.8 seconds. Oh, this is going to get real close, isn't it? It's going to get real close. Looking out for a 200 board, a brake it down to 4th gear, turning in, touch of that curb, accelerating out the other side, 1.6 seconds away. Touch of the brakes here, onto that curb on the inside, accelerating out the other side. Come on, hit that wall. 1 second away, 0.9, 0.8. Oh dear me. Oh, that was so close. Oh, my car looks absolutely beaten and bruised. What was it? It doesn't tell you if it's Ford Focus 17, whether it was the ST or the RS. Who knows? 122 a lap, so the best lap is a 119. I was only 3 seconds off that. There's the other Ford Focus. Okay, we didn't do too bad overall. Not too bad. Anyway, thank you all for watching. See you all next time. Goodbye.